Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Sonos 3. In my opinion, Sonos right now is making definitely some of the best at-home wireless speakers, and they have been a leader in the space since the early days of wireless systems, since 2002. You know, I've kind of wanted to hate Sonos because I'm a bit of an old school stereo guy, and I'm just like, wireless technology, it's not the same sound quality, etc. But I have to say, Sonos has definitely won me over. Certainly when it comes to multi-room, when it comes to your main at-home listening system, I'm still going with my beast here at home. But if you're talking bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, whatever, the Sonos speakers are definitely worth checking out. My first impression out of the box is that this is just a really well-made, solid speaker. It's got a really good weight to it. It's got a nice quality feel. It's got a really nice, clean look to it. It took about 10 minutes, I'd say. Slightly longer than maybe a couple other wireless speakers. Maybe it was because I already had the app on my phone. I had to reinstall it once. But in any case, 10 minutes, it was up and running. One of the things that you need to know about Sonos, though, that makes them unique, and by the way, this speaker is strictly for home use because it requires your home network. So it's not something that you can, take to the beach. So if you're thinking about something that's going to be for the home, Sonos is where you want to be. But back to what I was saying that's unique about Sonos is that Sonos likes their app to be used, and regardless of what music service you use, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, they want you to use it from within their app. Their app can control multiple other apps, radio stations, etc. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, they are changing this a little bit. If you have Spotify, for example, you can actually control the Sonos speaker now and play it directly from the native application. So while you're in Spotify, you can play it from there instead of having to go into the Sonos app, connect your Spotify account, and then play it from there. I don't think they have that yet for Apple, and they don't have it with Tidal, which is what I use, just because it's got higher sound quality. In any case, that's one of the important things that you need to know about Sonos. So let's talk a little bit more about the connections here. The Sonos is not, as I mentioned, it's not a portable wireless speaker. It's meant to be used in the home. So that said, it requires a home network. So, it attaches to your router, your home network. It doesn't have Bluetooth connectivity, nor does it have a auxiliary input, which is a little bit of a bummer because if you wanted to connect, like a turntable or a CD player or something like that, even a TV, you couldn't do it here. But what it does have is a Ethernet port. So if you, decide that you want to plug it directly into your router, maybe you don't have the best internet connection, that's a great option to have. But outside of that, if you are going to use something that's, limited to having to be plugged in at home, these are definitely great. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm a big home stereo guy, but if you're in a small apartment, you're not a crazy stereo person like me who spends, obscene amount of money on it, $300 speaker like this is going to be probably fantastic for you, and a hell of a lot better for you people that are there playing music out of your laptops or phones at home. Please, do the music some justice and at least get something like this. In any case, let's get back to the sound quality on this. It's pretty fantastic for $300. You're going to be pretty hard pressed to find anything that's better, and I've tried just about everything that's on the market. And this speaker, you can use multiple speakers. You could create a stereo pair out of these, put one on either side. It's going to sound pretty fantastic. One alone is great. It's got separate Class D amplifiers, one tweeter, and it's very crisp, clear. The mid-ranges are, they won't tire you out. They're not harsh. It's got great bass, and it's just got a lot of great detail. And the speaker is, pretty transparent, meaning that, when you place it in the room, it doesn't sound like it's coming out of a small box. You can, it's got a bit of a bigger feel to it. Ideally, what you want in a speaker is to sort of place it somewhere in the room and not be able to pinpoint, boom, yes, exactly, the sound is coming out from that little hole there. It's a little tougher when you have just one speaker. If you actually put two of these together and use them as a stereo pair, then you're going to get some even greater transparency. But overall, the speaker sounds pretty fantastic. I've wanted to check out the speaker for a long time. I remember walking into a couple stores that were using these. One of them was actually using the Sonos one, the smaller one, and they're just incredible sound, and it's, I think, some of the most bang for the buck. There's also a Sonos 5, which is a bigger guy than this, and that is a damn impressive speaker. I mean, a lot more money. That's about $500 as opposed to $300, but that you could definitely use in a full-size living room and have a great sound. Again, it's not going to replace a home stereo like this, although if you're putting two of them together, or if you're in a smaller room, or if you're not a stereo freak like me, it's probably going to do the job. So definitely worth checking out.